It's week 1 of the 2022 season, and we'll see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the Ravens and the Jets, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 23.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Jets. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin here for the start, folks, of another NFL season. We are ready to go. We hope you are. And we'll begin this one, Charles, with a couple of teams hoping to move on from a tough 2021 season. Both the Ravens and the Jets finishing last in their respective divisions a season ago.
And let's start with Baltimore, because even in a very tough AFC North, I think we were all surprised to see the Ravens finish 8-9, snapping a streak of 3 straight postseason appearances. As for New York, we knew the rebuild was going to take a little bit of time, but I think the last 2 years they've drafted in a big-time way, and now the groundwork has been laid, and this could be an opening set.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away, and we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Well, we get our first look at this New York Jets offense, really retooled the last couple of seasons. And at the helm under center, second overall pick from 2021 out of BYU, Zach Wilson.
It was an educational rookie season for Zach Wilson, who was drafted to be the eventual face of the Jets as the team worked through a lengthy rebuild. 2,300 yards and 9 touchdowns as a rookie. He did miss some time mid-season with an injury, but I really like the work that the Jets have done to put people around him and give him his best opportunity to be not only the face of this franchise, but get him back into perennial playoff contention.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 40.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Down to about the 45. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Wilson. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. That pass complete to Moore. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Hall on a give up the middle. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now it's Wilson. Buying time to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Well, talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They'd been moving the ball well. Drive had started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Out to the right here to Wilson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them, pretty darn good one. Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
Another excellent season from Lamar Jackson that was cut short by ankle injury and actually showed just how much he is valued as the leader of the Baltimore Ravens as they went 0-4 down the stretch and missed the playoffs without him. Prior to that, they were 8-5 in a tough AFC North, and he was on his way to his 3rd 1,000-yard season as a runner and career-high marks as a passer.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Beating him there with his legs, 21 yards, 1st down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll go with the option. Coming right. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the option right is Jackson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Dobbins is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
One more time with Dobbins.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Takes it at the 7.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. Special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore.
And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Hall again.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Here's Wilson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Up to the 20. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Jackson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. On 3rd down, Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. Play action. Now Wilson. He dumps this one off here to Hall. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now it's Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. And the Eagles out in front early. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. From the 39, Jackson forced out to his left. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now Jackson on 1st down. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
From the 41, Jackson slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Jackson will throw again. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Wilson. He's got the connection to Moore. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, But didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick.
And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Open man is Uzama. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down.
A 7-yard gain. That's good.
Again, Wilson.
There's Hall bringing in another one. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Next, they look at the next-gen stats for the Ravens in that 1st half. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the 3rd and 4th quarters. Meanwhile, for the Jets, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right, taken down at the 47-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the 2nd half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And pass complete to Moore. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. 2nd and 4. To throw is Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the first.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game, and that continued with that first down run.
A handoff for Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Wilson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Ravens are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Elijah Moore really started to come on in the 2021 season as a rookie out of Ole Miss. Saw 8 or more targets in 4 of his last 5 games and ended up leading the team in yardage. Expect to see a lot more first downs like we just saw there in this young man's future.
And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the counter, it's Hall. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Hall again on 2nd down. Hall has it knocked loose, and the Ravens have got it. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And a tackle there by Quan Alexander. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Another run here with Dobbins. Ooh, with a juke. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. An option handoff here to Dobbins. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll hand it to Drake here on the option. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Jackson now. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay from 3 yards out. And the Ravens are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. And New York set to take the field. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Wilson's throw complete there to Berrios. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 23.
A gain of 17 yards.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. That's a screenplay here for Carter. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A gain of 6. That's another.
They'll give to Hall. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson. And check down, complete to Hall. Touchdown! Breece Hall with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Zerline good with a PAT. And it makes the score 21-10. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. from the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 31, Jackson. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth.
Time to watch Elijah Moore get back to work as the Jets offense returns to the field. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
To throw is Jackson.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he stopped immediately there. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
45 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Edwards now on 1st and 10.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force fourth down.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
New York set to take the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wilson. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Baltimore, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.